Hello, and welcome back to Tommy's Top Picks Weekly Roundup podcast, episode 147. I'm your host, Tommy, joined by John.
How's it going?
We're going back to foundations.
Which foundations? Of
magical.
Your house?
Of magical variety.
Foundation.
We're going to be talking about some magic foundations. We're going to be talking some magic games that we've played. We played some in person, and I've been drafting foundations. And some other magic stuff. Pokemon Surging Sparks, hitting 200 a box. I'm still playing TCG Pocket a bit, but not as much. And Star Wars Unlimited, the new set that just came out, Twilight of the Republic, is already a $70 box. And more of the first set is coming, and it hasn't even come yet, and it dropped the price from $180 to $115, so we'll talk about that. And comics are selling out again. Doing another plug for Tommy's Top Shelf Comics. If you like comic books, go check that YouTube channel out. My buddy Murphy and I put together a top 5 comics of the week every week that comes out on Mondays, so you can listen to the podcast on Sundays and the comic books on Mondays. And yeah, this week was kind of a rough week, but we had a good discussion about the absolute universe afterwards. So that was fun. But comics are becoming collectible again, John.
Cool. Were they ever not collectible?
Yeah, they went through a weird phase. We'll talk about it at the end.
Okay.
But they go through. It's like saying a year or two ago that
Pokemon
Midnight
wasn't collectible?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Like, always was, just people were off it at
Exactly.
the time. Whatever. Yeah, got it.
And then there were some really stupid low prices. And I may or may not have taken advantage of them, which was nice. But it's just, it's interesting to see that there are books coming off the shelf hot, which hasn't happened in a long time.
It's cool.
Because usually Marvel or DC just print any book they know is going to be hot. They print a ton of. But now they're not doing that anymore.
Back to collectability.
Yep. But let's get back to foundations.
What do you got?
Well, first we played some Winston.
We did. Not foundations, though.
No. We played Murders at Karlov's, and we played March of the Machine. Yep. Which of the two do you prefer?
March of the Machine.
Yeah, same.
Karlov has some fun, interesting, weird mechanics, but at the same time, there are too many mechanics, which always kind of messes me up. It's not actually as bad as I thought it was, but every time I have to remember that it's not as bad as I think it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I also think just the more that it's only the two of us playing Winston, it's just we learn each other's habits.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no habits. I am a perfect drafter.
Or pivots.
I'm unlearnable.
Or like it's really easy to see when each other pivots.
That one was pretty funny. We like stomped over each other's.
We both pivoted into each other.
Yeah.
And just ended up with 2 half decks that,
Pretty bad.
Yeah, it was funny though. But I mean, that's part of the game, right? Like the game starts when you start drafting.
Yeah.
Which is what I love about it. Didn't pull anything too crazy out of it.
Yeah, I don't remember anything spicy. Honestly, don't remember exactly what we ended up playing. I know the one game we had 3 colors, which makes it even less memorable.
Yeah, because that was the game that neither of us had 2 colors strong enough to make a 2-color deck.
Yeah, it was bad because like I said, we stomped on each other's drafts.
Yeah.
And then the other one, I think I ended up 3-color and you went 2.
Mm-hmm. That sounds right.
Yeah. It was fine. They're fine. They're good. I enjoy it. We have a good time every time.
I can't wait to get ready. We're going to be doing Winston Spider-Man for at least a year.
All right. So then you have to make this promise to me.
What's that?
You will not play it on Arena if it comes out on Arena, which is a question mark. Oh, you want to play it on Arena? You're not playing it against me then. I'm not playing something that you've drafted a billion times. It's going to be boring for me. You already beat me quite soundly on things you haven't drafted a billion times.
Yeah, that I may have to draft that on Arena if it's on
Oh,
Arena,
that's fine.
just because I'm going to draft that.
I
a
don't
lot.
need to play it. It's
Yeah.
fine. Like I have no strong conviction about that, so that's all good. You go play it on Arena all day long. Buy your
Well, because
boxes.
they're
just
standard
to-
sets, so of course they're
I
going to
get
be
it.
on Arena.
I know.
Final Fantasy is going to be the first one.
That's
going to be weird seeing Final Fantasy on Arena.
This is the SpongeBob era.
Oh my god.
That's what we are now entering, and it's
is that the undisclosed third set? Just a full draft SpongeBob set?
Oh, I don't think that. But you have heard about the SpongeBob set, right?
Yes. It's a secret layer thing, yeah.
Yeah, and everyone outside of Magic.
But my joke is that's going to be the third unannounced Universes Beyond at the end of the year, and it's going to be a draft set. Full SpongeBob. Not.
But the point is, we're entering the era.
It'll be an Infinity set. It'll be Silver Border. But the way they had that map, that's going to be a standard set. Which it's not going to be SpongeBob. They're not going to do that.
I really hope not.
that would be too far.
We'll see. But yeah, it is definitely a little bit mock worthy. I love my Magic, but at the same time, SpongeBob.
I bet you we do get a Transformers set. Draft set.
Probably because they own the IP.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect, we didn't get someone in time for this slot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Trying to work out the deal with J.K. Rowling, and it didn't work out. Therefore, it
or getting through a rough quarter and not having to pay the IP license. And
true. Yeah, that's another good point. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I think as a full set, it would actually be better than what they did with.
But see, that's my whole thing, right? Is like I don't like it when they just do these little secret layers. I like it.
No, I'm okay with the secret layer. What I didn't like was it was the bonus card in the the collector boxes or whatever, or any of the boxes.
Yeah. Transformers. Yes.
Yeah, that was like, not the best mesh.
Right, and yeah, I don't like that either. I like it to be the whole thing.
I think if the topic mesh is right, it can work as the bonus slot. You know what I mean? But it's like Transformers and Brothers War do not fit together. As a artistic theme, as a story thing, you know what I mean? I mean, unless just robots always are robots, right? Like that's the kind of depth of understanding what the hell Brothers War was about. That they
sure. So the next time they go to Eldraine, they can do a crossover with Shrek.
I think that actually might work, right?
That would work. That would be thematic.
Better.
You even have the gingerbread man, and
exactly. You could do something like that, and they've done other ones that actually worked really well. I'm trying to remember which ones.
Now I just want the Magic Shrek crossover.
I'm not against that one. SpongeBob, I don't like. But Shrek, I could get behind. I feel like because Eldraine already kind of like tongue in cheeks it anyways. You know what I mean? Like we're practically Shrek. Like,
yes.
Deal with
it.
Yeah. You know, we'll see how the next year goes and what the bonus set is.
Yeah.
It's a full SpongeBob draft set.
Yeah.
Watch. That's actually what it is. It's almost in production. They want to see how the secret layer does.
They listen to this podcast and they're like,
if the secret layer bombs, they cancel it at the last minute. There's no extra set.
It sells out in a minute.
Yeah, then they double the print run. Oh, I don't know. God, I hope not. You know what this reminds me of a little bit? I know it's not the same, but it reminds me of Hello Kitty in another card game we once knew.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully it doesn't have the same fate.
I was going to say, it kind of feels that way, doesn't it?
No, that was bad. That was bad,
but SpongeBob and Magic is not great either.
No. Well, what if they put together these like cute little starter decks for that are SpongeBob theme, and they're like meant for kids to learn how to play Magic? Would you be
all good?
Okay.
I'm all good with that.
Yeah.
But you got to realize
they're like real vanilla creatures.
Aren't the SpongeBob fans. SpongeBob fans are 20 years old now.
Are they?
Somewhere around there, right?
No, I grew up with it. I grew up with it.
Oh, so they're older than 20.
Older.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. That's real not helping your cause here.
I think it's still going, isn't it?
That I don't know. Yeah, I don't keep up with kid shows.
Is-
I never. It was beyond. It was after my time, so I didn't even know much about it other than it existed.
Yeah, it's still going. So there are kids growing up on. Every kid since me has grown up on it.
Is that really true?
It's still going. Yes, it's still in production.
So it's been going longer than The Simpsons, because The Simpsons only had 25 seasons. Am I wrong on that? Maybe I aged and didn't realize.
It'll be its 26th season. It started in '99, so it started after The Simpsons.
Yeah, and
so I was
Simpsons
8 when
is
it came
36. So
Yeah.
I'm just off by a decade. That's normal at this age. You forget decades happened.
Oh yeah, that decade.
Yeah, that decade. I wasn't paying attention to any cartoons that decade. All right. Well, then that could be a good kid product.
Yeah.
If kids are still being raised on it. I actually wasn't aware of that. I thought it was an old thing that kind of went away.
No, it's still doing its thing. They're still coming out with the movies, I think.
You can tell how big a SpongeBob fan I am.
I was pretty into it for a while as a kid. Like, because it was that silly humor, and I was 8. So, like...
All right, so you're hyped? You're ready for this magic set?
No.
You're buying out the secret layer day one?
No, I don't... Like I told you, I don't like the secret layer stuff.
Okay, so you're buying out the draft set day one.
Yeah.
It's as good to you as Spider-Man Marvel?
No.
No. Like Lord of the Rings, it's about at the same level as Lord of the Rings?
No, Lord of the Rings is about Marvel, John.
No shit, I know. My point is, like, SpongeBob is a shit IP. I don't like it.
To get over Lord of the Rings, they're going to have to come out with the Batman set. That's the
more
only
than Lord
way.
of the Rings. Wow.
Yes.
I can see that now that you say it, but I never would have thought it in the first place.
But think about you have the whole Bat family as legendary characters.
You know, I would actually enjoy that a lot because I have been wanting
all the rogues gallery
tribal. Yeah.
It'd be and they all have Bat tribal.
Yeah.
They all have Bat tribal.
Like that. Yeah.
All the Robins.
Are they birds? Do they count as the bird tribal?
No, they have Bat tribal.
They're
part of the bat. They're part of the Bat family.
Robin's not a bat. I'm sorry, Robin's not.
He's in the Bat family.
No, he's in there with Nadu. He's a bird.
No, that would be.
You're like, wait.
If they came out with the Batman set, it'd be bad. Spider-Man's going to be interesting. I am going to go pretty hard into Spider-Man. I think both collector and play.
I am not surprised.
But yeah, just because I don't know. Like I said, I think I was talking about this last week. It's just the set I could see myself pulling out with, like, to get people that don't normally play Magic to play Magic with me.
Yeah, it would definitely work for that.
Yeah,
in the comic crowd.
And I'm hoping the limited environment is very similar to Foundations because it's pretty fun. I've been drafting it on Arena. And I've tried 4. I've done 4 drafts, different color pairings. White black is definitely my favorite. It's pretty nasty. It's this you lose life, I gain life kind of deal. They're all very like standard Magic archetypes, and they kind of just do what you would expect the color types to do, which is nice. And it's really just straight, like when you're looking through the pack, you know, it's very easy to see what works with what. But there's a lot of just good commons and uncommons that kind of play into multiple archetypes.
That's cool. That's good. It's exactly what we thought and hoped it would be, right?
Yeah.
Like
so it's
core products that are good in a draft setting too.
Yeah. Like I don't start seeing cards that I can't do anything with probably until there's like 4 cards left in the pack, or maybe 5 sometimes, but you have a decent amount of picks out of each pack.
It's cool.
Before it's just luck of the draw. Someone didn't pick your color. Some people are even forcing like mono colors, which is pretty crazy. But white is definitely one of the strongest colors. Because like the best archetype is the black-white, and then red-white's really good, green-white's really good. So just anything with white, just because the life gain's so strong, the removal's really strong. The green Green ramp's pretty good. There's a couple ramp cards and some big green stompy things.
Just flipping through white right now just to see what's in. Oh yeah, they reprinted Stroke of Midnight. That was always a hot card.
Yeah. And what's
Angels? Yeah. Useful Valkyrie. Yeah. I see what you mean.
yeah, there's a
Cat
lot of
Collector. I want that card.
Cat Collector is really good. It's a 2 colorless, 1 white creature, human citizen, 3/2. When it enters, create a food token. Whenever you gain life for the first time during each of your turn, create a 1/1 white cat creature token, which works really well with. Where is it? There's a hawk.
Yeah, they really did go into the classics.
And lifelink. It has flying and lifelink. I don't know why I'm not seeing it on Scryfall.
It's really a blue card the whole time.
It's not.
These are definitely Healer's Hawk.
Healer's Hawk, that's it.
Flying lifelink 1 for 1/1.
Yeah.
Savannah Lines. Yeah, this is classics. Eldar Savior,
Helpful
and then
Hunter,
all the
card.
freaking angels. Yeah.
Yep. There's a little bit of angel synergy.
Yeah, of course. You gotta do angels. That's as classic as you get. That's set 1. That's alpha.
Benefits for attacking. I had fun with Draycatcher. I'm sure it's not a great card, but it's fun. It's a blue, one blue. Vigilance Prowess. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, put that many incubation counters on it. Remove 3 counters and create a 2/2 blue Drake flying creature token.
That's pretty good.
And I also got a Curator of Destinies once. I was my pack 1 pick 1 that pushed me into blue. Still didn't do great because blue's struggling, or I struggle with blue and limited. But it's a 4 colorless, 2 blue, 5/5 flying, can't be countered. When it enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library and separate them into a face down pile and a face up pile. An opponent chooses one of those piles, put the pile into your hand and the other into the graveyard. So if you want things in your graveyard, it's a win-win.
Yeah. I see what you mean, though. It's a good white is definitely solid.
White's really solid, yeah. And blue's just a little slow. Black's pretty dang good.
Of course it is. You love black. Red, how's red?
Red's decent. Red, surprisingly, is I have spent the least amount of time with.
It's
I spent a lot of time with white, green, and black. And a little bit of blue. But red's the one I've only done once. I really want to do Rakdos, so black-red.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would work better than red-white, even though there's a couple... I feel like red-white depends on if you get the...
I was about to say, I don't think... I was just looking, I was like, how's Boris? And I was like, oh, yeah, you really don't want to draft this direction.
Yeah, not...
Swiftblade Vindicator seems good, but the Angel does not look like, because the cost, it's like, you don't want to draft that.
Yeah, if you have white in your pairing, you want to go with the lifelink or the +1 counters, depending on your other color.
Yeah, the Johnny, what was it, Pride Pack or whatever that one is.
Yeah, that one's nuts.
Yeah, it's a really good card. Yeah, I was looking at, I'm like, oh yeah, these are actually totally staples. Like I remember most of these cards, and I'm not particularly well versed in Magic cards, so that was like, oh yeah,
and
they
that's
hit the cards that people need.
that's what I think Foundations really stands for, like the foundations, right? It's setting the foundations for standard, because these cards are so strong.
And you're all over the place.
Yeah.
All over the place. Yeah. You get these cards, you have cards you will use in multiple decks, potentially.
Yeah. Like this is, if you're coming back to Magic, this is the set.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't look like red white is the hit here.
No, because it's on aggression, and if you have it's not doing the plus counters or the lifelink really.
Yeah. Cool. Very cool though.
Yeah.
I hate the anime cards like more than I did last time I looked at them.
I need to look.
Or not, sorry, the Pokemon cards. That's what I meant.
The Pokemon cards.
You know what I mean? The like foil, the sparkly foil Pokemon style
Yeah.
borders. I ran across one skimming through, and I'm like, what is that? I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that exists. Keep blacking it out of my head.
It's the future.
Yeah, I hope people enjoy it. I don't, but that's fine. I don't have to love everything they put out.
I like the Llanowar elves in the doubling season. Oh, see, remember when we said doubling season was $250?
Yeah, what's that now?
It's a $600 card.
Yeah, it's probably impossible to pull.
That's stupid.
I kind of assumed they were going to do that because it's the pile of kittens is going to be the highest demanded card in the whole goddamn set.
Yeah.
It's a pile of kittens.
Yeah.
In cute anime form. Of course.
Of course it is. And it's a playable card.
Yeah, no.
And Llanowar elves.
Yeah. Well, there's a million different types of copies of that doubling season. There really are not that many doubling seasons.
That's true.
So you're looking at something that's already rare and then a super cute version of it. It's like, oh God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So going back to Marvel real quick. How about that secret layer?
Prices, the cards are unattainable, John.
Impossible to get.
I can't get them.
They
sold out. I can't get them.
That's right. Except you can buy them on TCG Player.
Yeah, for twice as much.
I mean, if you're buying the whole set, it is twice as much right now. Week 2 coming down. If you just want the face card, because the other things are reprints. Now, granted, they do have fancy Marvel art, so I get it if you want the full set. Like, I get that. But if you just want the face card and you don't care if your lightning bolt is the Storm lightning bolt and it's just a lightning bolt, which is also thematic with Storm, then you could probably buy the face card for the face value of or less of the secret layer on week 2, guys.
Yeah.
Calm the hell down. Yeah. Go buy singles, as always. Go buy singles. Although there's no randomness to these, so I guess that part of the theory isn't really legit and valid, but good God. It's okay, people. I promise.
We will survive. It will be fine. It is fine.
They will be available. Yeah.
They are available.
I still haven't even opened mine.
Really?
Yeah, I got them. I haven't even opened them.
The Groots.
I know. I still haven't opened mine. I don't know what to tell you.
Groot.
But Groot.
That's fine. I did open. Last week we were talking about the comic books and how you can open it and it's a rare cover or not.
Yeah.
I opened it and it was a rare cover.
Look at you. Now you're gonna get slabbed.
No, because Murphy and I opened it on the video. We recorded it this morning. It comes out tomorrow. I opened it on there, and then so we looked up the prices of the rare versus the common 2, and the common ones were going for like 55 graded, and then the rare one was going for 65 graded. So it's just like, yeah, it's rare, but it's not that rare because it costs like $40 to get graded.
Yeah,
at the cheapest. So
you're burning money for no good.
No, it's still the comic book. Now I just have the rare cover. It's just going to go into my comic book vault.
Well, yeah, I'm saying if you slab it, you're burning money for cover.
Oh yeah, it doesn't make sense to slab. Yeah. It's not I don't think it's worth slabbing a book unless it's worth at least $200.
Gotcha.
Because then if you're paying over 25% of its value just to get it graded. Some people value raw more.
But Tommy, what if it's very hard to come by? What if you get a 10.0?
10s don't happen.
A quad 10. What if you get a quad 10? You could get a quad 10.
You can't. That's not a thing.
What
9.8 is like the 10.
What if? Yeah, I know. It's unrealistic.
Yeah. I do have in very good condition that I have thought about getting graded. The first appearance of the Batwing.
Like
The first
the
time they
plant?
showed Bruce Wayne's, no, his Wang, his manhood.
What?
Yep, the first appearance. They
Wang.
put it in it. Yeah.
I thought you were saying wing. I'm
No,
like,
no.
that wing is a what? And then you said his manhood. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Like, do you mean his hood of something? I'm like, I was very confused. Wang. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, the bat wang. Great.
Yeah.
You're getting a wang slabbed? Is that
No,
what you
I'm
just said?
not. I have that, and it's pushing. It's getting close. It's now getting
You're
close to
like,
the
it's almost
value.
slabbable.
It's
We gotta
almost
slab
getting
that
to.
wang.
Yeah, it's getting close. It's going up.
Tommy.
It's a thing. It's a
I
thing.
know. Of course it is. Of
Yeah.
course it
Yeah.
is. Of course it is. I have no doubt that it's a thing. It doesn't make it not silly.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know it was going to be in there. It was just a book I pulled off the shelf.
Yeah, I'm like the airplane. You're like, no.
But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. No, comics are much different than cards.
I believe it. I believe it. One of them's actually useful.
They both are. They both have uses. One you can read, one you can play.
Yeah.
And when they're graded,
Can't read them.
you can't play them. Some cards you can.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's kind of true on both cases, right?
Yeah,
They both become useless when you grade them.
Yeah. And they share grading companies.
Yeah.
So they have some similarities, but very different collectors.
Yeah,
different
for
markets.
sure. It's Pokemon's.
Surging Sparks, $200 box, John. It just came out.
That is a little crazy. I will give it that.
It's nuts.
Like, I know. I still say chill out.
Oh, for sure.
The price will probably come down, but you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it doesn't come down very easily. I don't know.
I'm not grabbing any.
I'm not either at that price. Forget about it.
No.
I missed it.
Yeah, I missed it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. I've missed many Pokemon boxes. I've still made money on Pokemon.
Exactly.
It's very easy.
Exactly.
Like, I don't care. I am not upset at all.
The opportunities come. You wait for the opportunities. You grab them. Yep. You wait. Repeat.
Indeed. So, do you think the rest of this, what do they call them, block or whatever?
Yeah, the next set's going to be nuts too.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it just the rest of them? Like, how far are we in this set? I don't remember. Or in
this is 8.
Okay. So, and they usually go like 13, 14 or something?
12?
Oh, really? Oh, I thought they went higher. Okay. So the next 4 or so, do you think are all going to be wild like this?
Yeah,
or
12.
We have a reversal
Sword
like
and Shield
we
was
did
12.
Before.
Well, it was around 8 because what was it? Where is Evolving Skies was 7, so we're just one behind. But that's when things started to really get crazy and all the sets forward, things were shaking up, and you kind of just, it's a different block than the front half of Sword and Shield. So this might be like the second, this is the back half of Scarlet Violet.
Yeah, I know. My point is, are we going to see craziness throughout the rest of it, or are we going to see a fall off as the new set comes out? Because last time we had a price per box adjustment during the set switch, right?
Yes.
And that's kind of what killed enthusiasm going into the new set. Well,
right, but then boxes ended up being the same prices.
Agreed. That's why I was like, are we going to repeat history, or will we just roll this hype into the next set because there's not going to be a price adjustment theoretically?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they haven't announced anything.
Yeah, but, so do we just see this roll into the next whole set, like, or at least the beginning of it? Yeah. I feel like that's how Pokemon goes. They kind of last for a few sets and then they die for a few sets. Kind of
base set dies. Yeah, base set and typically set 2 is not great, but
right, yeah.
I mean, we're entering a run of what could potentially be a bunch of really good sets. Between this one, the next one has all the evolutions. There's a Team Rocket set coming. There's a Gym Leader set. There's going to be a lot of hype around the next couple Pokemon sets.
And then you have the real driver of this entire market, which is something Pocket, Pokemon Pocket. What do they call it?
That's not the whole driver.
No, I know. I was being facetious.
But I mean, it's the Alolan Doug trio that is holding up Surging Sparks, for sure. I mean, look at this majestic card. If you
know
don't know what I'm talking about, Google Alolan Doug Trio.
Oh, for sure. That Doug Trio brings the whole package. I feel like I'm watching Eurovision for some reason. Suddenly I feel like they're going to bob up and down and sing a song to me.
They have wigs. No, there's some cute cards in the set. But, I don't know. I think it's just the art is going to shift again. And the art's looking really good. And when you have a game that's mainly collectors,
Slack off. That's pretty good.
Good art is good art. So yeah, I think there's a lot to chase in these sets. And from what I'm hearing, the pull rate on the super rare stuff was increased or decreased. So you're seeing less of it.
Now
it's
again,
harder.
Yeah, which is what pissed everyone off. That was another change that happened at that point, is the sets were suddenly like weirdly twisted. And I don't remember what the final result was. That a screw up in the factory or someone stealing all the rares? Because I know that happened for at least one of the sets.
That happened for one set, but it didn't actually affect the print run. They were just cards. They were extra cards. They weren't cards that were... All the boxes went out at the right proportions.
Everyone loses their mind.
Sure. They see it. They come to... Yeah. And then they don't follow up and actually read what came out after.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I think Fusion Strike was like $100 box then.
Sounds about right.
And already it's back to 240, 250, 245.
Lame. Terrible return.
Terrible return.
Where's my 10x? Where's my tendies?
It's the same price it was in August. It did take a dip down to 210, but now it's back.
Sure. Yeah, we always have those pullbacks.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just every time, every wave like this that happens with Pokemon and new interest comes or interest comes back and then people come back and then they buy boxes, it just takes boxes off the market. Like Pokemon prints a lot, but demand can get nuts. When it gets nuts for Pokemon, it gets nuts.
Yeah. Pocket, you still playing?
Yes, my 2-week free trial of the premium thing ran out, so I'm not playing it as much. I found it's very front-loaded in its, like, here's all the things, and I played it a bunch, but now it's just very difficult to get specific cards I need for other decks. So, because now I'm getting less packs per day, because I refuse to pay for it.
Got it.
So I'm just kind of playing the same decks I have been playing. But there's a new set coming out next month or before the end of the year. So that should be fun. They announced and a couple more events that they're doing. It seems like every 2 weeks they have an event in game that you can get different aesthetic things or binders or I don't know. The collection aspects to it's pretty well built.
What makes it good? I guess I don't know. I didn't get hooked on it. I played the collection stuff. I got to the battle thing. I didn't try it, but like, why do you say the collection stuff is still pretty good? It's like good. I didn't see an appeal to it. I'm not a Pokemon person, so maybe that's just it, you know?
Yeah, it's a good way to gamify collecting. They do a good job of it. And like they give you different ways to decorate your binder and you can organize your cards in different ways and it's basically like making different folders and you can display them. So there's like things, if you don't want to play, if you're just a collector, there are things to do with the cards. And if you want to play the game, you can play the game and get more stuff. But it's a collector game first, card game second, for sure.
Okay.
As an app. But I mean, I'll still open my free pack every day. I'm still going to do that. But that's about it. But it set some crazy record numbers.
What do you mean? Like downloads or whatever? Number of downloads?
Downloads
Gotcha.
and money spent.
I mean, it is the #1 IP in the world.
Yeah.
I think it does that automatically by just being called Pokemon.
Yeah. 30 million downloads in under 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then there was some number of how much it brought in, which was nuts. The latest figures estimates that it's earned 24 million from roughly 11 million downloads. So that's an old number. They're earning about 3 million a day.
That's insane.
Yeah, so it has to have only gone up because then it says later it announced that the 30 million downloads. So at 11 million downloads, it was making 3 million a day. So with over 30 million downloads, they have to be making at least
Call
5.
it 10 million.
Yeah.
Just for ease.
Yeah.
Probably somewhere around that range.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Pokemon's an IP.
Always has been.
Always will be.
All right, let's talk about another IP.
The Star Wars.
Not as successful.
The War in the Stars.
I love my Star Wars, but they have a bad track record with games.
Yeah, if you are looking for some boxes, miniature market, so like established, like this is a main online retailer for Asmodee that has them for $70.99. I can order 20 of them. I can add 20 of them to. It's capping me off at 12. I can order 12 of them.
Oh boy.
2 cases would be $851. That's wild. Because this set came out last week?
I was gonna say, like yesterday,
Yeah.
basically? Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Oof.
And so it's not even just that, and that, because last week we were talking about how the set 1 box was holding up. It's down to 115 because they announced that more boxes are coming.
Yeah, well, we said this from the get-go, right? At least I've been saying it from the very beginning. This company is not one that deals collectible. It's not one that tries to make things rare. It never has. It always prints to the levels of demand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is a game printing company, not a collectible game company, even though this is a collectible game in this case. It's It is one of those, like, yeah, it's risky. Any collectability of this is risky just based on their history. So seems like that has come to fruition by the end of the year, which is about where we thought it was going to happen because they were backlogged, remember, from the print runs.
Mm-hmm.
So now they've caught up in November.
They've caught up.
Yep. Which like is when they said they'd catch up. Yep. So we'll see what the next sets bring. Yeah, as I say, hopefully the sets like fun at least, and people enjoy drafting.
See, that's the thing. It is. I really enjoyed Sealed. It was a lot of fun. Like, I'm tempted to grab a couple boxes at 70.
It might be fine. I mean, there's plenty of games out there that don't have to sell out to be successful.
You know what I mean? I want them like to have to draft with friends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, whatever. Doing the thing. About the time they said they'd be doing the thing.
Yeah.
Nothing too unusual there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy because they haven't even had their first championship yet, which, I mean, that's going to be huge, and that could be a turning point for the game if they get a massive amount of people.
I was going to say, are they actively promoting and organizing this?
Yeah, Yeah, it's
It's
gonna be in
actually
Vegas. They
happening.
got like this big place. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
We'll see how that rolls.
yeah.
That might be the turning point for back end and or engagement, like new engagement.
Yeah, yeah,
Because if
announce some
they
crazy
advertise
stuff.
it like crazy, yeah, which they did a good job with their advertising in the
And you have to
beginning, if you
imagine they're
recall.
going to coincide it with showing off the next set. And
Oh, true.
yeah,
That's the big reveal.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be great.
So big event, big reveal, change the art direction. That's the
You don't
one
like
complaint.
that?
It's one complaint. I'm fine with it. But there's a lot of complaint. Everywhere I go, whenever I play, people are always like, yeah, the art's just rough. Like if the art was any better. Or more magic like, I guess. Just less cartoony.
Really? People dislike the comic style?
Yeah.
I feel
I
like the
like it as a
comic
comic.
ones are pretty cool.
I
Yeah, there's
I
some
think
that
so.
are ugly, but
Yeah.
the ones that are more comic leaning, I kind of like those. But okay, fine.
Yeah.
Got it. They want realistic magic. They want Obi-Wan on their cards.
Yeah. Ewan
Or not
McGregor.
Obi-Wan. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. That's so funny. That's
Give
his
me
name in
Ewan
my
McGregor.
head.
His name is Obi-Wan.
His name is Obi-Wan.
But yeah. I don't know. It's just interesting. I'm glad I decided to not go crazy on this set. And yeah. But now I'm even struggling to just pick up the boxes for the shelf.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Black Friday's around the corner.
True. Speaking of, what are you doing for Black Friday? Got any plans? Any like hardcore decisions on purchases?
No.
Nothing. Not picking up anything for Black Friday. You don't give a crap.
I'm more open to just see what's available.
Gotcha. What about Cyber Monday? Your Amazon dumps.
Well, it's the same thing. It's all the
But
same
not
thing.
always the same thing. I guess it's close enough.
Yeah.
You think Amazon will dump on Black Friday? I thought they always avoided Black Friday specifically because everyone goes out to shop.
No, they do their own thing.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah.
It tells you how much I actually pay attention to Black Friday. I never care. You usually pick something up, though. You usually find something.
Yeah, I'll usually look at my usual websites that I check out. They usually have something. Like Miniature Market. The $70 is part of their game on sale, but I think it's a little too coincidence to have it that low.
Oof. The big offs.
Yeah. And then TCG Player, yeah, they're doing their sale, right? What's the deal with TCG Player?
I haven't seen a sale notification yet.
It's Cyber Weekend.
Oh yeah, I do see that. That's just a gift card thing. There's no. I don't think they're doing a like 10% off all sealed or any of that. Or at least no. Let's be fair. They have not announced it yet.
Yeah.
So they may be doing it, or actually maybe they're just pivoting to these like gift card things because it means more money for them, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't get any notice about like put your stuff up on this date because it gets crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I may keep an eye out for some old draft boxes that are going to be going away, or play boxes. We'll see. Maybe some. I bet you we get some deals on play boxes. That's what I bet Amazon is. I don't think it'll be like collectors or things like that. Maybe small discounts, but
yeah, I'm curious actually what that ends up looking like. We'll have to see this year because it's a weird economic year too.
Yeah.
So I'm actually kind of curious because of the potential changes in importing and whatever.
Yeah, I bet you they're like play boxes and bundles and commander deck sets. That's the kind of stuff we'll see on sale on Amazon. Because like right now they have MKM and Outlaws play boxes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I don't know, like, I mean, I guess it makes sense still with collector boxes, but with collector boxes getting as pricey as they are, I feel like people are going to be more and more hesitant to just get it from Amazon.
Yeah. I think collectors are going to continue on their merry path. It's the ones that supposedly will have restocks for 2 years that it's like, do you not try to sell out right now? So you have inventory,
Yeah.
And you can just be like, inflation's happening, therefore more prices.
Yeah, that's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't know. As a megacorp, like if I'm thinking evil megacorp style, I hold on to my inventory.
Yeah.
I don't try to sell right now, and I use the next wave of economic import issues to justify increasing prices again.
Well, didn't they just do that?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, they set the MSRPs.
Yeah. I don't know if that was related to that though.
No, but they're higher than they were when previous MSRP was given, because it's been a while since we've had an MSRP.
That's true.
And then the collector box was 300, right?
I think so. Yeah, that sounds right. So I don't know. We'll find out.
So maybe we'll get MSRP products from Amazon. And then basically it just, big corporation
forces prices up.
Prices
That's what I mean. Evil corporations will use excuses to make more money.
Yeah.
Sorry, Amazon. I know you morally want to be good in your heart of hearts. No, I can't even pretend.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic. Maybe next week we can dive into what cards could look like in next year. But we can save that also for as we get closer to the end of the year.
Yeah, let's wait until we actually know something. Until we know something, all speculation is just pure out of our butts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it's really worth doing.
No.
Well, what a lovely way to end the podcast.
I'll bring it back with some comics. I was talking about at the beginning at the Absolute series. So they did Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman alternate universe, but in the same universe, but are different in that Wonder Woman was raised in hell and Batman doesn't have his mansion, doesn't have his money. Superman doesn't have his family, doesn't have his home, doesn't have the fortress. So just very different characters all towards the beginning. So it's a really great on-ramp for people that have gotten bored of the status quo of the characters that they love. And this is just a new, fresh jumping on slate. But they're selling out everywhere. Like,
oh wow, so it's a hit.
It's a hit. It's doing really well.
That's cool.
And Murphy and I could tell that like these were going to do well because of whenever Marvel and DC want a book to do well, they put certain people on it.
You were saying that last week, I think. Yeah.
And so
it's like your favorites.
Yeah. And so seeing that, we were like, oh, these are going to do well. So we picked them up, and then they're just, if they are still in stores, they're like quadruple the cover price. So like a $5 book's like $20.
Yeah, that's wild. That's cool.
Just for coming out like this month. Just because and people are paying for it because it's the start. They're going for at least 2 years, they've said, these series. So it's not just going to be a quick little story and done. So
it's cool.
Yeah.
New hype.
Interesting. Exciting.
Hype is back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bought a bunch of really nice variant covers of Wonder Woman and Batman, and I didn't really like any of the Superman ones, but the Batman and Wonder Woman, I grabbed a couple of variant covers. Yeah. Don't think that pulled us all the way back up, but
it's fine. I think we're both a little tired after a long weekend of tiring things.
Yeah. Raked a lot of leaves today.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine was a long weekend. Yours was shorter.
Yeah,
I walked through an abandoned tunnel in PA. That was pretty cool.
that sounds fun.
It was very long and dark and a little creepy. But then on the way back, it was like almost crowded. Like how many people were going through there because it's like it's an old highway, like one of the first highways in
Yeah.
PA, and they abandoned it some decades ago, like in the '60s or something, and for a new highway that they had built. And so it's just this road through the mountains that cuts through the mountain in a couple of tunnels. It's just like a 2-lane highway, and it's just sitting there, kind of slowly decaying. But it's very slow because of where it is. It doesn't get like hit very much, and the tunnels are so long that they stay dry inside. So it's like solid construction there, and they gave it back to the Commonwealth, I guess, in I don't know, some decades ago, again, not too long ago, and they just kind of made it like a kind of pseudo public park. So we got there early, no one was there. So we're walking through this pitch black tunnel. It's like zombie apocalypse style feel, right? And you can't even see the light at the end of the tunnel from the other side. Like you're going into darkness,
Oh,
which
geez.
is pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And we didn't really have flashlights, and we are kind of underprepared, and it was fine. So we went through it, and then we're coming back, and there's like bikes and people jogging and people with dog. It was like a park suddenly in the middle of this pitch black tunnel. There's just like a ton of people like walking around doing exercise. It's like, what is happening? It's the weirdest like two sides of a coin ever.
That's wild.
Yeah, so that made my body physically tired because it was a pretty long hike overall. And then you had leaves. So
Yep. Cool.
Cool.
Well, until next week, we'll catch you guys later.
Have a good one.